Alright, Shalom. First of all, I'm just going to start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to your apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently pushing the word in sincerity and in faith. And Shalom to all the sincere believers. Now, this lesson is going to be based on this article about this powerful earthquake that struck Indonesia, leaving dozens injured and 2 critical. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts, and the Lord's will you're edified. It says at least 29 people were injured after a powerful 6.0 magnitude earthquake jolted Indonesia's central Sulawesi, sending residents scrambling from buildings in the early hours of Sunday. The shallow quake, striking at a depth of 1 kilometer, shook Poso Regency and was felt across nearby areas, the country's disaster mitigation agency said. 2 people were critically injured and were receiving treatment at a hospital. One church was reportedly damaged, and sections of another church that were under renovation gave way during the earthquake, trapping several people under the rubble. A video from Poso showed worshippers gathered in a church singing hymns when the tremor struck. As the shaking intensified, the congregation abruptly stopped, with people screaming and rushing towards the exits in panic. Another video captured by a surveillance camera showed intense shaking inside a grocery store. There were no immediate reports of deaths. So it comes a month after a massive 8.8 magnitude earthquake off Russia's far eastern coast sent tsunami waves heading towards Japan, Hawaii, and the U.S. West Coast. It was one of the most powerful earthquakes ever recorded and triggered alerts in China, the Philippines, Indonesia, New Zealand, and even as far as Peru, Chile, and Mexico. So there were no tsunami warnings in the wake of Sunday's earthquake. Indonesia sits on the so-called Pacific Ring of Fire, a highly seismically active zone where different plates on the Earth's crust meet and create large numbers of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake, and great noise, with storm, and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. And this is what the Lord's doing, dishing out these earthquakes. There was that earthquake in Russia. Then there's this earthquake in Indonesia. There's smaller earthquakes that happen in different parts of the U.S. So there is no getting around the fact that the Lord is visiting with earthquakes. Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. And like I said, there have been earthquakes happening throughout the world. Some more intense and severe and destructive and deadly than others. Second Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass which I have told thee before. Verse 2, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Verse 3, therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Verse 6, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. And these earthquakes are powerful works of the Lord. Just like the fires, the storms and tempests, the volcano eruptions, the tsunamis. These are powerful works of the Heavenly Father. And with these earthquakes, the Lord does wound and kill people in some cases. Deuteronomy 32:39. See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no power with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. And through His judgments, the Heavenly Father wounds and kills many people on a daily basis. Psalms 9:16. The Lord Yahweh is known by the judgment which He executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Higgaion Selah. And that's right. The Heavenly Father is known by His judgments. And these earthquakes are definitely judgments from the Heavenly Father. Like it said in Isaiah 29:6, that thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with earthquakes. And these earthquakes are going to get more intense, more powerful, more destructive, more deadly. And there's going to be volcano eruptions that happen as a result of these earthquakes. There's going to be tsunamis that happen as a result of these earthquakes. There's going to be power outages that happen as a result of these earthquakes. It's just a matter of time, because we are living in the last days. So the judgments of the Lord are going to continue to intensify. Second Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Yep, perilous, dangerous, savage, unsafe, hard to bear times are steady increasing throughout the world, just as the men of the Lord, according to the scriptures and through the Spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai have been saying. Starting, of course, with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. To this day, the men of the Lord are still sounding the alarm, still giving out the warnings, and people are still ignoring it. So when that judgment hits and people get wounded and killed, they can't act like they weren't warned ahead of time that these kind of events were going to be taking place. And places like California are well overdue for a major quake. And the Lord is going to have that take place sooner rather than later, because we are in the last days. So we can expect everything that we see to get worse. But with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. In closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakudash. The Wadi Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to our brothers who are firmly pushing the word in sincerity and in faith, and shalom to all the sincere believers. Hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up, and Adawan Ratazah. Till next time, shalom.